Hello everyone, today I am going to discuss Fourier cosine transform and Fourier sine transform. Welcome to my video. Fourier cosine transform. So first we are discussing Fourier cosine transform. See, we have by Fourier cosine integral representation f of x is equal to integral 0 to infinity a omega cos omega x d omega, where a omega is equal to 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity f of t into cos omega t dt. See, this definition we discussed in earlier video. Okay, so this is the definition of Fourier cosine integral representation. Now, in this representation, see, we are setting a new function, a new notation f c cap omega. See the notation? This is a new notation f c cap. See, this symbol is cap symbol. Okay, so f c cap omega as root of 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity f of t into cos omega t dt. So we are setting this function f c cap omega in such a manner, root of 2 by pi into integral 0 to infinity f of t into cos omega t dt. Okay, now look at this integral 0 to infinity f of t cos omega t is same as the integral comes under a omega. Okay, so what will be a omega? Okay, a omega you can write in terms of f c cap omega, isn't it? So what will be a omega? See, 2 by pi we have, and already in f c cap omega we have root 2 by pi. Okay, so in order to get 2 by pi, you can write root 2 by pi, isn't it? So a omega we can write root 2 by pi into f cap omega. So how this is f cap omega? F cap omega, if you are writing this, just see, it is again root of 2 by pi into integral 0 to infinity f of t into cos omega t dt. See, this we have here. So root 2 by pi into this root 2 by pi, it gives 2 by pi. Okay, so when we are setting f c cap omega like this, you can express a omega in terms of f c cap omega. Here actually it is f c cap omega. Okay, then this f c cap omega, this notation of this integral, we can call this integral as the Fourier cosine transform of the function f of x. So what is Fourier cosine transform? f c cap omega. Fourier cosine transforms are denoted by f c cap omega, and that is defined as root of 2 by pi into integral 0 to infinity f of t into cos omega t dt. This is the definition of Fourier cosine transform. And when you are setting a omega, when you are writing a omega as root of 2 by pi into f c cap omega, then our f of x, the Fourier integral representation, this can be expressed in terms of f c cap. How? F of x is equal to root of 2 by pi into integral 0 to infinity f cap omega into cos omega x d omega. We know f of x is integral 0 to infinity a omega cos omega x d omega. A omega, what is a omega? A omega is root of 2 by pi into f c cap omega. So that when we are substituting here, we can take out root of 2 by pi. So this is our f of x in terms of, f c cap omega. In terms of f c cap, see f c denote the cosine, the cosine transform. In order to indicate this as a cosine transform, you have to write here f c cap. Okay, so f c cap omega into cos omega x d omega, and this f of x is actually called the inverse Fourier transform. Okay, so you have to keep in mind the definition of Fourier cosine transform as, what is Fourier cosine transform? fc cap omega is equal to root of 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity f of t into cos omega t dt. So if you are asked to find the Fourier cosine transform, use this definition. Okay. The definition of Fourier sine transform, and already we discussed the definition of Fourier cosine transform. Now we are moving on to the problems on Fourier cosine and sine transforms. Now let us check the first question, and this is very important and very easy to solve. Okay. Find the Fourier cosine and sine transform of f of x equal to k if 0 less than x less than a and 0 if x greater than a. Okay, so you are asked to find both Fourier cosine and sine transform of this function f of x. You just use the definition of the Fourier sine and cosine transform, that's all. So Fourier cosine transform notation is fc cap omega, and that is equal to square root of 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity f of t into cos omega t dt. Now how to substitute f of t, that's all. So I told you in most of the videos, you look at the interval given. We can't write directly everywhere 0 to infinity. Look at the integral given, the interval given. You are given the function given in two split up forms, and f of x takes k if 0 less than x less than a. So up to 0 to a we have the function f of x, and for the remaining part the value of the function is 0. So integral from 0 to infinity, it becomes 0 to a, right? For the other intervals, the value of the integral becomes 0. So we need to consider only integral from 0 to a. And what is the value of f of t? F of t is nothing but it is k. So substitute here into cos omega t dt, and k is a constant, can be taken outside. Then cos omega t, on integrating it is sin omega t by omega. Remember, in integration the coefficient should be divided. Okay. So sin omega t by omega, and for the variable t you substitute upper limit first, then the lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit, right? Okay. So root of 2 by pi into, on substituting upper limit it is sin omega a by omega, right? Minus, what's the name when we are substituting t is equal to 0? It is sin 0, and that vanishes, isn't it? So we have only root of 2 by pi k sin a omega divided by omega, and this is the Fourier cosine transform of the given function. And similarly you can find the Fourier sine transform, and the notation is fs cap omega, that is equal to, by the definition it is root of 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity f of x into sin omega t dt. And what is f of x? Oh, okay, not f of x, f of t into sin omega t dt, f of t. Okay. So when you are writing x, no problem, but everywhere you should write in terms of x, that is the difference. Okay, so root of 2 by pi into 0 to infinity, this integral becomes 0 to a, right? And what is f of t? It is given as k. So k into sin omega t dt. Now remember the integral of sin x. Sin, its integral is minus cos. So don't forget to put the negative sign. So minus cos omega t by omega with the limit 0 to a. And this question is case also, you have to first write the, substitute the upper limit, then the lower limit. So when we are putting t is equal to a, it is minus cos omega a by omega minus the lower limit. So already one negative, again one more negative, so we have plus. Okay, so cos 0. Cos 0 the value is 1. Okay, so remember all these things. So in total, what is the final answer? It is root of 2 by pi k into the 1. Okay, omega you can combine for both upper limit and lower limit when you are substituting the same omega denominator. So that can be combined. Therefore, it is 1 minus cos omega a divided by omega. So this is the Fourier sine transform of the given function. So this is very easy to understand. I think if you know the equations, then very easily you can solve, you can find the transforms of these types of functions. Okay. Now look at the second question. Find Fourier cosine transform of e raised to minus x. So in this question you are asked to find only the Fourier cosine transform. So the method is use the definition, that's all. So fc cap omega is equal to root of 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity f of t into cos omega t dt. Okay, so f of t, no intervals given, so that means the function is defined everywhere. So 0 to infinity only we want to take. So 0 to infinity, the function is e raised to minus x. In terms of x you are given, so here you have to write in terms of t. So e raised to minus t cos omega t dt. Now how to integrate integrals of these types? See, I discussed already in one of my video easy integration method. So you just go through easy integration method. There I discussed how to integrate functions of the form e raised to ax into cos bx. Okay, so just go through that video. So by that formula, an easy formula, we have root of 2 by pi e raised to minus t divided by 1 plus omega square. This is actually e raised to ax by a square plus b square into a cos bx plus b sin bx. That is the formula actually. So e raised to minus t by 1 plus omega square into minus cos omega t plus omega sin omega t. This is by the formula. You don't want to integrate by Eilen's rule or by substitution method. Don't do that. Just learn that easy integration method, that's all. And with the limit 0 to infinity. Now what is happening when you are substituting infinity? The upper limit, this becomes e raised to minus infinity, and the value of e raised to minus infinity is 0. Okay, so on putting upper limit, the value will be 0 minus the lower limit. Lower limit, for that you put t is equal to 0 everywhere. So e raised to 0 will be 1. So 1 by 1 plus omega square into minus cos 0. Minus cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So it is minus 1 plus omega sin 0. Sin 0 is 0. So only we have minus 1. So minus of minus, it is plus 1. So root of 2 by pi into 1 by 1 plus omega square. So that is the value of Fourier cosine transform. Okay. So once more, let me just revise the topics that we discussed today. Two concepts, one is Fourier sine transform and the other is Fourier cosine transform. Fourier cosine transform is denoted by fc cap omega, and the definition is root of 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity f of t into cos omega t dt. Keep in mind, if in cos transform we have cos function only. And similarly the sine transform, Fourier sine transform denoted by fs cap omega, and that is defined as root of 2 by pi integral 0 to infinity f of t into sine omega t dt. In sine transform we have sine function. Okay, so I hope you all understood what I discussed today. Thank you very much.